everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be giving you tips for getting back to the gym, getting back into your workout routine, or starting a new workout routine. So my name's Jess. I love all things fitness, healthy lifestyle, and activewear. If you like those things too, definitely subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. So if you're like me, you probably had difficulty working out if you were in quarantine, and maybe you're ready to get back to the gym, or maybe you're not ready to go to the gym, but you do want to start working out again, or maybe you weren't even working out before and you're ready to start now. So I want to give you 5 tips to be successful in your return or start of your fitness journey. So the first tip is going to be number 1, start slow. So even if you were going to the gym every single day before, you may not be able to start right off the bat going every day. The reason is you don't want to burn out and you don't want to get injured. You also probably can't run as fast as you could before. You probably can't lift as heavy as you did before. Maybe you can't go for as long during a HIIT session as you could before. And that's totally normal. You probably lost some strength or cardio ability if you weren't working out for a while or weren't going as hard, or if you're just getting started. And that's totally normal. But start slow so that you don't burn out, and definitely so you don't get injured. Number 2, it's okay. It's okay if you don't feel as strong as you were before. You don't want to hurt yourself, and you just need to accept where you're at. It's really important that you give yourself some grace, and it's okay. Little by little, you're going to work up to where you were before, or you're going to work up in your habits and get better. The important thing is to give yourself grace and don't be too hard on yourself. Tip number 3, don't compare yourself to others. So I was recently watching Laura Mahachik's video, and she reminded me of my very favorite quote, "Comparison is the thief of joy." And that is one of my favorite quotes, because you're never going to be happy if you're always looking around you at other people. So you don't want to compare, for example, your current ability with the ability of someone else who maybe has been able to train all this time. Maybe somebody who has a home gym and they've been plugging away all this time, and maybe you couldn't. Or maybe you're new at your routine. So you never want to compare yourself with like a fitness inspo model like on Instagram. That's not going to be good for you. The other thing is you don't want to compare yourself to your former self. I have gotten into that trap for sure. Like when I went hiking in Colorado, I was so disappointed with myself because I had hiked some of those mountains before. Like when we did the Cape and Chiquita in Ypsilon, I had done that before and I had kicked butt. And this time around, it was really hard. So I was definitely frustrated with myself, but I tried really hard to just enjoy the journey. I just enjoyed the scenery around me and I got through it, and definitely I enjoyed the way down a lot more. But don't get into that trap of comparison, because it's not good and you're really just better off focusing on the present, your present ability, and then hopefully growing from there. Tip number 4 is to rely on routines and not motivation. There's always going to be times when you don't feel like working out. Maybe you're more tired than usual, or maybe it's raining out. But I highly recommend just building in working out as a routine. So you pick the days you're going to do it, your time you're going to do it, and then you stick to it. And it will take time to iron that out. And whether you're coming back to it or you're just starting out, it's gonna take time. They say it takes 21 days to build a habit. But I think the most important thing is to stick with that routine that you're establishing. Figure out something that works for you, whether it's first thing in the morning, or maybe you prefer in the evening, or maybe you're working and you like to do a lunch break. but figure out what works for you and then stick with that and make it a routine so that you'll do it without fail. Because for me, I just know that I'm gonna go, I book my session in advance, and then the next morning I wake up and there I am. It's not a question, it's not like, oh, how do I feel today? It's just that it is a part of my routine and it's a part of my day, so I make the time. Tip number 5 is to make sure you're getting enough rest and recovery. So definitely making sure that you're warming up very carefully and stretching after your workouts, especially if you're newly back. You might find that you need more focus on recovery than usual. So take that time. You might even want to think about foam rolling. You might want to consider other treatments like cryotherapy or infrared sauna. But definitely doing those things to keep your body healthy and well so that you can keep this new routine that you're building. And my last tip to you, an unofficial tip, to find an accountability buddy. And I think that a really awesome way to make these habits really stick is to just put it out there that this is something that you're doing. So whether it is to find an actual person who will go with you, or maybe just telling a good friend or significant other who will support you, your plan. You could also, maybe if you are going to the gym, like tell the front desk person, and then if you go at the same time every day, maybe they're working so you can check in with them, or reach out to me. It's JessipesTM on Instagram. If you want to tell me that you're starting your workout journey or you're back to fitness and you want to correspond with me, I'm happy to be there for you. So definitely, I think it's so important. Even like you could just make a post maybe on Facebook or Instagram. Like what I started doing the very first day that I was in quarantine doing home workouts is every single day on my IGTV, I put a video of my workouts. And that wasn't for me to like toot my horn like, look, I'm working out. It was to hold myself accountable to actually work out every single day. And to also show other people that you can work out from home, that it is possible. And definitely my workouts were not as effective as when I go to Burn Bootcamp in person, but it helped me so much to maintain at least like a little something to like stay in the routine, keep it as part of my day. Like it was so helpful. And also for me, I love it as like a stress relief. I love it for like the mental benefits. So I just felt that when everything else was so crazy, to have my like normal Burn Bootcamp workout meant so much. So for me, posting every day on Instagram was something that held me accountable and also motivated me to like want to stick with it because I was hopefully motivating all of you out there. So those are my tips for getting back to the gym, getting back into your workout routine, or starting a workout routine. I really hope that this was helpful for you. Let me know down below. Did this apply to you, or have you been going strong? Like, I want to know what your situation is, and hopefully we can all motivate each other. So I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, give it a thumbs up. You should definitely subscribe. And I'm gonna finish with my favorite line. Have a great day. Stay positive. Bye.